Welcome to our 59th installation of the UVI Charter Day celebration. My name is Mitchell Neves, and I'm the Vice President for Institutional Advancement. I will be presiding as your Master of Ceremony today. We have an exciting program prepared for you. We will begin with a welcome from Miss Raven Phillips, the reigning Miss University of the Virgin Islands. The President of the University, Dr. David Hall, will then share opening remarks on behalf of UVI.
Greetings and good day to all. My name is Raven Mackenzie Phillips, and as the reigning Miss University of the Virgin Islands Student Ambassador, it is my honor to welcome you to the 59th Annual Charter Day celebration. This year's theme is charting new directions for the people of the Virgin Islands. And I think that this is a very fitting theme, both for the university and for our students. As a student, it's been very difficult making the transition in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic. There have been changes to my class schedules, to my work schedules, my ability to spend time with my friends, as well as some of my career plans. Rather than treat these situations as a major disruption to my life, it's been useful to reframe it as just a change in direction. And it's amazing to see that my wonderful university has done the same. Thank you all for joining us here, and I welcome you to this event as we celebrate 59 years of excellence here at the University of the Virgin Islands. I also want to take a moment to recognize all our honored guests, from our members of the UVI board to President Hall and others. I also want to recognize the incredible President Orville Ken, who we have had the honor to rename our St. Thomas campus after. Once again, my name is Raven Mackenzie Phillips. I am your Miss University of the Virgin Islands 2020-2021, and welcome to this year's Charter Day celebration.
Good morning. On behalf of the trustees, students, faculty, staff, and alumni of the University of the Virgin Islands, I want to welcome you to this special Charter Day celebration for 2021. I want to recognize our special guests who will participate in this program: Governor Albert Bryan, Congresswoman Stacey Plaskett, Senate President Fred Gregory, all of our VIP and other Senate members who are present, our Board of Trustees and Chair Henry Smock, and I also want to recognize our former President, President Emeritus Laverne Raxter, and our very, very special guests, former President Orville Ken, his wife Julie, and the entire Ken family. 59 years ago, this territory, these islands of promise and prosperity, called into existence an institution of higher education, which was then called the College of the Virgin Islands. Since that day, this precious institution has been serving the people and becoming a national leader in higher education. I am honored to serve as the president of this special institution, now called the University of the Virgin Islands. I am honored that for this Charter Day, our keynote speaker will be Congresswoman Stacey Plaskett, and that a special focus of this Charter Day is to recognize President Emeritus Orville Ken, for whom the St. Thomas campus is now named. This event today will begin the process of the university's recognition of the change in the name of this campus. The theme for this very special Charter Day program is UVI, charting a new direction for the people of the Virgin Islands. Our theme is not new because since the institution's inception, it has been charting new directions. UVI has created within the midst of this community a very valuable resource, which has educated thousands of professionals who serve this community, this region, and this nation. Presently, that tradition continues but it has reached another level. When the university was founded 59 years ago, it offered only a few degrees. Now the university is offering over 70 different degrees, numerous minors, and a PhD, so that Virgin Islands who aspire for a doctorate don't have to leave the territory to obtain one. The university's faculty and staff are leaders in research, and we secure more external research dollars than our peer institutions and most HBCUs. Yet we are also helping to shape positive winds of the future through other initiatives that are extremely important for the people of the Virgin Islands. The government of the Virgin Islands and various federal agencies have entrusted the university to lead in the development of the territory's hazard mitigation plan so that the territory is better prepared for the next hurricane or natural disaster that reach our shores. Through the contracting arm of the new cell, renamed the Center for Excellence in Leadership and Learning, the university is developing the territory's new comprehensive economic development strategy, or CEDS as it is called, so the area and the region can grow economically and obtain more federal support. The future tourism plan for the territory is also being developed by CEL. The legislature and Governor Bryan have charged the Commissioner of Agriculture and the President of UVI to develop a new agriculture plan for the Virgin Islands, which is very consistent with the creation of the university's new School of Agriculture. The university is charting a new economic direction for the people of the Virgin Islands through the growth and expansion of the university's Research and Technology Park, which was the brainchild of former President Ken. Our continuing efforts to create a medical school is another attempt to chart a new direction for healthcare and the delivery of healthcare to the people of these beautiful islands. And now, because of funding obtained from the Department of Commerce, we are adding to the medical school facilities a biomedical laboratory that will develop and attract researchers around the world who can assist the Department of Health and others in addressing the needs of the people of the Virgin Islands. Our plan to transform the former West Bay supermarket into a state-of-the-art innovation center where businesses, researchers, and students and the community are immersed in an innovation ecosystem will chart a new direction for how we think and how creative our people can be when you give them the tools, resources, and environment. Our advocacy for and our obtainment of support from the government to create a free tuition program at the university has helped create a new direction by making sure that higher education is accessible to all, regardless of their economic situation. We are the first HBCU to do this and one of the few four-year universities nationally to blaze this trail. The multipurpose complex on our Albert A. Sheen campus in St. Croix, when it is established soon, will chart a new direction for sports tourism on the island of St. Croix and serve as a shelter for the community during natural disasters. New directions must care for people as we care for the economy. But new directions require us to know and appreciate our past. For if we don't know where we have been, and if we don't know who helped us pave the way, then we truly can't chart meaningful new directions. So today we chart a new direction by recognizing the new name for one of our campuses. through the 33rd Legislature's bill and the signing of Act 8408 by Governor Bryan, they were in essence helping to chart a new direction that builds on existing traditions at the university. Through the university's honorary degree policy, we have been able to bring recognition to numerous Virgin Islanders who have contributed to the VI, but also to the development of this nation by awarding them our highest honor. The naming of the campus on St. Thomas after President Emeritus Orville Ken is consistent with that cultural tradition. He is worthy of this honor for the many years of outstanding service to this university and to the people of the Virgin Islands. From various individuals today, you will hear about his accomplishments and legacy. You will better understand that visionary people like Dr. Orville Ken creates programs, projects, and facilities that serve future generations long after the person steps down from a position. We are the beneficiaries of his vision. We are the beneficiaries of so much of his labor and sacrifice. In conclusion, charting new directions is not a slogan or an accident for UVI. It is something each of us must do every day as we make decisions about how hard we study, how hard we work, and what dreams we should pursue. We must do it every day when we push ourselves to be creative and not just settle for doing things the way we have always done them. So on this Charter Day, we have a lot to be thankful for and a lot to look forward to in the years to come. The theme is not just a focus on the university, though, because everything we do is for the people of the Virgin Islands. Agreeing to store the Pfizer vaccine on campus when it arrived in the territory, and now hosting the community vaccination centers on both of our campuses is not an accident nor an act of charity. It is central to the university's mission and evidence of the heart of this university. It is the heart and mind that will always strive to serve, empower, and chart a new direction for the people of the Virgin Islands. That is our purpose, that is our destiny, and I welcome you again to this Charter Day celebration for 2021.
It is indeed a pleasure to be here today as we celebrate 59 years of excellence at our very own University of the Virgin Islands. It is almost impossible to think about our territory 59 years ago without the landmark that is UVI. Whether on the St. Thomas campus or the St. Croix campus, UVI represents the future of our territory, a future where Virgin Islanders and eager students from the Caribbean, United States, and across the world come to learn, grow, and reinvest back into their communities. UVI is a place of diverse perspectives, lifelong learners, innovators, creatives, professionals, and so many brilliant minds. I am honored to be a part of this history today. While the Charter Day ceremonies look different today compared to the years before, what remains the same is UVI's dedication to setting the bar higher and higher every year, from the building of the new medical school to the new School of Agriculture and more. There is no shortage of new ways this institution is moving the needle forward for our beloved Virgin Islands. And so, as I close, I want to leave you with this. The success of UVI is not found in the fancy buildings or new programs, although they have their place, but in the dedication and commitment of the faculty, staff, and students, those who forge new paths for a better and brighter Virgin Islands and the world. I am proud of all of the accomplishments and the many more to come. Charter Day is a chance to reflect on the past while keeping both eyes on the future. Continue to pursue knowledge, truth, justice, and service. Thank you.
the VI Nice, a beautiful selection from the UVI Ensemble. President Hall will now introduce our Charter Day keynote speaker, the United States Virgin Islands Delegate to Congress, Congresswoman Stacey Plaskett.
Every Charter Day, we strive to select someone to serve as our keynote speaker who embodies the values, excellence, and leadership that the university stands for. For this reason and many others, we invited Congresswoman Stacey Plaskett to serve as our keynote speaker last year for Charter Day. However, COVID-19 forced us to cancel that event, and we are so honored that she has agreed to speak this year. She is currently serving her 4th term in Congress. For the 117th Congress, the members of the House Steering and Policy Committee unanimously appointed Congresswoman Plaskett to serve on the House Committee of Ways and Means, the oldest and one of the most exclusive committees in Congress. In true historic fashion, Congresswoman Plaskett is the first member from a U.S. territory and the 4th African American woman to serve on this prestigious committee. Currently serving her 4th term on the House Committee on Agriculture, Congresswoman Plaskett previously served as the chair of the Subcommittee on Biotechnology, Horticulture, and Research. She is also a new member of the House Committee on Budget. Before entering Congress, she had a distinguished career. Congresswoman Plaskett earned her undergraduate degree from Georgetown University School of Foreign Service and her Juris Doctorate from American University's Washington College of Law. She has a long history of public service, having started as an assistant district attorney in the Bronx DA office, as well as having worked as a political appointee at the Department of Justice. In the Virgin Islands, she served as general counsel for the Virgin Islands Economic Development Authority, charged with the economic development of the U.S. territories, and also worked in private practice as counsel and transactional attorney for numerous companies. Her recent excellent work as an impeachment manager in the trial of former President Donald Trump demonstrated to the world what the voters of the Virgin Islands have always known. She is a brilliant, articulate, and unrelenting advocate for justice. We are thankful to have her as one of our advocates for the university. I have called upon her to advocate for UVI when the Department of Education is giving us a hard time. I have visited her office often as we have advocated for federal support for our medical school and other projects. The needs of the people of the Virgin Islands are always her top priority, and it is an honor to have her speak as she does every commencement to the People's University. I present the university's 2021 Charter Day keynote speaker, Congresswoman Stacey Plaskett.
Good day. I'd like to thank President Hall for the invitation to join you in today's Charter Day commemorating the 59th anniversary of the University of the Virgin Islands. I would also like to recognize Governor Albert Bryant Jr., Senate President Donna Freck Gregory, members of the Virgin Islands Legislature, members of the University of the Virgin Islands Board, faculty, students, and family. Without you all, 59 years of excellence would not have been possible. My preference would have been to deliver these remarks in person, but we are unable to gather as we would normally due to the ongoing COVID-19 virus pandemic. While in some instances the pandemic has kept many of us physically apart, the pandemic, and use of technology has allowed us to be more inclusive of those who, because of distance, would not have been able to participate. The University of the Virgin Islands was chartered on March 16, 1962, as the College of the Virgin Islands by Act Number 852 of the 4th Legislature of the Virgin Islands of the United States. According to that law, UVI's cornerstone objective is to provide, quote, for the stimulation and utilization of intellectual resources of the people of the Virgin Islands and the development of a center of higher learning whereby and wherefrom the benefits of culture and education may be extended throughout the Virgin Islands. In 1986, it officially became one of over 100 U.S. historically Black colleges and universities. Today, UVI is part of 107 HBCUs, which boasts roughly 228,000 students. Also in 1986, the name of the College of the Virgin Islands was changed to the University of the Virgin Islands to reflect the growth and diversification of its academic curriculum, research programs, and regional community services. The importance of this university to our community cannot be understated. It is a luminous example of what can be accomplished in this small territory in a relatively short time. Before the creation of this university, only a select few were given the opportunity to further their education past high school. Only those with the financial means or who had families situated in the mainland United States were able to pursue higher education. The creation of the College of the Virgin Islands changed that, granting citizens of the Virgin Islands a quality education at a reasonable price, without having to leave the pristine environment of the Caribbean. UVI has produced many of the leaders of this community, both past and present. Among its alumni are a plethora of political officials, local government leaders, productive citizens, entrepreneurs who strengthen our economic private sector. In addition to its importance to the Virgin Islands, UVI is a growing force in the greater Caribbean itself, a source of education to all persons located in the Eastern Caribbean who have alumni who are forward-thinking political leaders throughout the region. UVI has proven to be a partner in the fight to improve life throughout our region. It is important for me as your representative in Congress to collaborate with our university and work with my colleagues in Congress to try and do all I can to help UVI succeed in its mission to be an educational force in our region. This work has continued even through the pandemic. In the recently passed National Defense Authorization Act of fiscal year 2021, I was able to add an amendment that allows the U.S. Department of Education to continue the waiver for the University of the Virgin Islands to use pre-Hurricane 2017 enrollment data for purposes of post-Hurricane 2017 HBCU grant funding through the year 2025. The continuation of this waiver will help to prevent disaster-related shortfalls to UVI's HBCU grant funding. These grants can be used to enhance the academic matriculation of a diverse group of students who may come from financially challenged backgrounds. The COVID-19 pandemic and the challenges associated with it have underscored the fact that the institutions of higher education, including the University of the Virgin Islands, need more federal support. I am proud to note that more than $3.5 million in higher educational emergency relief funding has been awarded to the University of the Virgin Islands in the last year to assist UVI as we endure this period of pandemic. More help is on the way from the American Rescue Plan Act, which was signed into law by President Biden last week. Furthermore, as chairwoman of the Subcommittee on Biotechnology, Horticulture, and Research under the Agriculture Committee, I have supported provisions that assist our agricultural programs at colleges and universities, including, of course, UVI. The American Rescue Plan Act will provide additional supplemental support for research, education, and extension, including all the insular area institutions like the University of the Virgin Islands, to see that our recovery efforts are equitable and that relief touches historically underserved communities. As your representative in Congress, I will continue to working to support our students, our researchers, and our extension professionals. Higher education and the success of UVI will remain a high priority and a part of my platform and the work of my team, both in Washington, D.C. and here at home on all of our islands. I must take a few moments of this Charter Day to acknowledge former UVI President Dr. Orville E. Ken. Dr. Ken was born in 1938 on the island of St. Thomas, where he attended school and is a byproduct of the Virgin Islands public school system. Valedictorian of the Charlotte Amalia High School class of 1955, Dr. Ken has been a leader of academic excellence from his very beginning. In 1959, he graduated salutatorian from Lincoln University with a BA in mathematics. In 1961, he earned his master's degree, also in mathematics, from the University of Michigan at Ann Arbor. And in 1971, Dr. Ken was awarded his doctorate in mathematical logic and category theory from the University of the Virgin Islands. During his years of distinguished service to the University of the Virgin Islands, Dr. Ken has served as an associate professor of mathematics, professor of mathematics, as vice chair of the Science and Mathematics Division, as acting director of the Caribbean Research Institute, dean of instruction, acting vice president of academic affairs, and as executive vice president. Dr. Ken was inaugurated on March 16, 1990, as the third president of the University of the Virgin Islands. Under his presidency, among other notable contributions, is the William McLean Marine Science Center and Research and Extension Center were dedicated on St. Thomas and St. Croix campuses. The Caribbean Research Institute was integrated into the Eastern Caribbean Center. The university became a member of the institution in the Caribbean Council on Higher Education and Agriculture. The new Music Education Center and the Sports and Fitness Center on the St. Thomas campus were built, and the residence halls on the St. Croix campus were developed. Let's not forget that along with the academic and infrastructure improvements spearheaded by Dr. Ken, during his tenure, he was tasked with the arduous process of recovery of the university from Hurricanes Hugo in 1989 and Marilyn in 1995, which placed UVI on a course to become a leader in the economic development of the Virgin Islands and the Caribbean. Additional accomplishments include the reaffirmation of the accreditation of the university, the introduction of new degrees and academic programs to better meet the needs of the community, the launching of the Summer Institute for Future Global Leaders in the Caribbean, the emergence of the University of the Virgin Islands as a regionally recognized institution of higher learning in the Caribbean, and the approval of the legislation authorizing the establishment of the University of the Virgin Islands Research and Technology Park as a vehicle for social and economic transformation of the Virgin Islands. Dr. Ken has been a fixture in the community of the Virgin Islands for many years, not only as a teacher and as a professor, but also a proprietor of St. Thomas Carnival. Along with others, he helped to create the troupe called the Raunchy Bunch in 1973. This was an extremely popular troupe full of prominent members of the community who partied hard well into the late 80s, proving he's not averse to having a little fun now and then. In 2002, upon Dr. Ken's retirement, in honor of his accomplishments, he was conferred the status of President Emeritus, and now his name forever will be enshrined as the St. Thomas campus has been renamed the Dr. Orville E. Ken campus. It is indeed an honor for me to join you today to celebrate the contributions of President Dr. Orville E. Ken. I would like to conclude today by saying We all should feel a sense of pride today in the university. Whether you are a student, alumnus, parent, or none of the aforementioned, UVI was created for the community of the Virgin Islands to improve the life of all of its residents, and in the process has grown to be much more than that. We are all a part of the activities and success of the university. It touches all of our lives in the Virgin Islands, in the region, as well as in the United States. I am proud to participate in the continuation of that growth. This institution is a shining light that others in the region look to as a means towards a better life. This institution enhances the importance of the U.S. Virgin Islands in its role in the Caribbean as a force of stabilization, both socially as well as economically. This is a testament to the administration, the faculty, the alumni, and the students of this university. Your ingenuity and perseverance, we are all grateful for. Thank you for allowing me to address this auspicious gathering, and God bless.
Congresswoman Plaskett, it is a pleasure having you with us today as our keynote speaker. Thank you for sharing your words and joining us today from Washington, D.C. We said this was a celebration. Thank you so much, the UVI Ensemble. Wonderful job.
Protocol having been established, good morning to all. And I am honored to speak today on behalf of the Board of Trustees of the University of the Virgin Islands, as well as all trustees that have served this institution, particularly those who served during our honorees' tenure. We are here to celebrate Charter Day, a significant day in the life of any institution, and more importantly today, to honor and celebrate the naming of the St. Thomas campus, the Orville E. Ken campus. Dr. Ken, of course, comes from a long line of educators, many of whom have contributed to the education of our children and the people of the Virgin Islands. Now, of course, Dr. Ken is richly deserving of this naming for all that he has done for the university as president. He has navigated UVI through some very difficult years, and we have him to thank for many of the academic programs and buildings that we continue to enjoy today. And I have to say, on a personal level, I remember that Dr. Ken was the first person to reach out to me when I was first nominated for the Board of Trustees some years ago. His advice and mentoring meant a lot to me, especially during those early years when I was pretty wet behind the ears. I appreciate all that he has done for me, and I am sure he will continue to do for me. So both on a personal and a university level, I welcome and embrace the naming of our St. Thomas campus in honor of our very own Dr. Orville E. Ken. Congratulations, Dr. Ken.
The naming of the Orville Edward Ken campus was spearheaded by key individuals in the Virgin Islands community. Giving remarks today, we have former Senator Myron Jackson.
Greetings. I'm Myron D. Jackson, former Senator of the Virgin Islands Legislature. It's a real pleasure to provide some historic insights to the legislation for the renaming of the St. Thomas campus in honor of Dr. Orville Ken. Dr. Ken is no stranger to the Virgin Islands, and he has dedicated his entire life to service, and in his 30 years plus as a public servant, more specifically in education here at the University of the Virgin Islands, he dedicated his entire life to the advancement of others and the people of these islands. The introduction of Bill number 33034-2, which is now Act number 8408, signed into law by the Governor of the Virgin Islands, Albert Bryan, in December of 2020, is historic in that we are now honoring one of our own here on the St. Thomas campus by renaming these grounds in his honor. If you look at and review the legislation, you would recognize that Dr. Ken spent much of his career on this campus and came through the ranks as an educator and administrator for this University of the Virgin Islands and advancing the various opportunities and development and advances for this campus and the University of the Virgin Islands as a whole and for the territory. The process to bring a bill to the floor requires that you do the necessary research. And this particular bill really came through the efforts of Dr. Gilbert Sproul, his classmate, a very good friend and colleague. And he asked me if I would introduce legislation to name the gymnasium at the University of the Virgin Islands in his honor. And as we developed the bill, and as the bill came to the floor, we recognized that the gymnasium was already being proposed for naming. And thus, the campus, naming it in his honor, we decided that that would be the best tribute to a man who dedicated his life to education, the advancement of education, and the University of the Virgin Islands. The contributions of Dr. Ken vary because I first came to know him not through education, but through the arts. And many people may not know that he is a lover of the arts. He comes from a family who have been noted and recognized for their contributions to the arts. His aunts were educators and artists, and throughout the decades, likewise his brother Kalito Ken, to whom I had the opportunity to be trained under as an artist, provided this territory a greater appreciation for arts and culture. So my first encounter with Dr. Ken was through the Ranchi Bunch, which later emerged to the Jesters Carnival Troupe, which is still active and participates in Virgin Islands Carnival. He was born in Savannah, and he also had two loving parents to whom I knew, and that's Edith Ken and Charles Ken. And I think those who knew his parents knew that they also made a significant contribution to these islands, and that likewise what they imparted to him and his siblings are reflected in his dedicated work and contribution to the people of the Virgin Islands. His community life also is very important. Yes, this is naming the St. Thomas campus in his honor, but it's very important to recognize that his early beginnings here on the island of St. Thomas was in the historic community of Savannah, where his parents lived, and he attended Dover Elementary School and went to Charlotte Amalia High School and as a graduate. And from a very young age, he showed great promise, and through the encouragement of his parents and his aunts and extended family, he pursued higher education and returned here to the territory and returned to this campus, or came to this campus, then the College of the Virgin Islands, and made his contribution here to the University of the Virgin Islands in the advancement of higher education for the people of the Virgin Islands. So we want to commend him for his significant contributions, not only to education, but to the culture and to the history of the United States Virgin Islands. Congratulations, Orville.
Warmest greetings and happy anniversary, happy 59th anniversary to the University of the Virgin Islands community. My name is Laverne Raxter, and I'm very happy to say that I'm a professor retired in marine biology and president emerita of the University of the Virgin Islands. Today it's my honor and privilege, I'm undeniably honored to be able to just share a few words with you regarding Orville E. Ken. President Ken, who is the third president of the University of the Virgin Islands, is now president emeritus, and he was my boss and supervisor. He was my mentor. He was also my colleague and friend, and has been for over the last 40 years. We started working together when I first came back to the university because he was then dean. But when he became president, our work intensified. And for the 12 years he was president, I spent most of the time trying to figure out how to answer his latest way of getting at one of his big pillars. Orville Ken is a visionary. And in that vision is always, as with respect to the University of the Virgin Islands, some way to figure out how to make us, or this university, be the actual driver and supporter of development and of capacity building of its people. That was one of the big pillars of the way he served his presidency. And he served his presidency during a time when we had an escalated number of hurricanes in the region, and he started with one and had two in the middle and had recovery throughout his entire presidency. But imagine, throughout all of that, he ended up being able to have a university that came out stronger. We had our highest level of enrollment during his presidency, which was 3,100 students. We were the most international we've ever been. And that's the part I wanted to say something a little bit about. But before I talk about the internationalization of UVI and its links to the Caribbean, I want to say that one of the pillars that I remember very much about Orville Kent's presidency is his focus on family and letting people know how much you needed to have balance in your life. He went home for lunch every day, and we couldn't figure out why we were working so hard and he was going home for lunch. This is just me saying this, of course. But he always mentioned his family during speeches and spoke of his wife, Julie, with great fondness. And he taught us and gave an example of what it means to be appreciative of people. But for the internationalization component, he demonstrated leadership that the Virgin Islands could have within this region. So the whole area of higher education leadership in the territory between 1989 and 2002 was really under Orville Kent. And we did amazing things throughout the region, stuff that has not been done with all 5 languages, with schools in every area in the region. So for that foundation and that outreach, I think he has brought the university and the territory to a place that it had not been before. But the things that he did on the campus to make it more climate change ready, more sustainable, are some of the things that are definitely worth being recognized. And I'm so happy that we're at the place where we can do that. I remember conversations with Orville Kent about whether or not the mechanics of photosynthesis were better than the beauty of it, about whether or not the quarks that had just been discovered were going to be a big part of physics and what would happen, how we would use that information. I remember trips where we had to go to Veers and get on boats and climb through things. I remember him making sure that all of the people who had been hit by hurricanes so many times had showers and places to eat on the university when they barely had homes. He really was a foundational and amazing president. I think it's very appropriate that we name this campus after him. We want to thank him for all that he's done for this territory and for this university. And I just wanted to say, Orville, thank you.
Greetings. I had long wondered how the U.S. Virgin Islands, and the University of the Virgin Islands in particular, could ever begin to recognize and honor Dr. Orville Kent for the body of work he has accomplished in bringing the then College of the Virgin Islands to the now University of the Virgin Islands and the status it has enjoyed. The naming of the St. Thomas campus in his honor has answered that question for me. So I begin by thanking you, UVI, for this well-deserved and long-coming honor to President Emeritus Dr. Orville Kent. I was told when invited to give these remarks to limit my words to 2 to 3 minutes max. Well, it would take 2 to 3 days just to list Dr. Kent's many accomplishments and 2 to 3 weeks to just discuss their significance and impact. One has only to look at the campus and its programs to see Dr. Kent's great legacy clearly imprinted everywhere, including significant restorations made after several devastating hurricanes, new buildings erected as the Sports and Fitness Center and the Music Building, among others, and such transforming programs that he either initiated or worked to fulfill his promise, such as the early entry to UVI, the early entrance program to UVI, the Future Global Leaders, the CEL, and the Research and Technology Park, to highlight just a few. But Orville Kenn's legacy is far more than just buildings and programs, but is further embedded in the lives of the students who came through the institution during his years as a faculty member, as dean, as vice president, and as president. Students were transformed by the programs, by the experiences, by the opportunities they were given. We also find Orville's legacy embedded in the faculty and staff he assembled to contribute to and implement his vision. And those lives and his vision served to transform communities throughout the Caribbean and in the US Virgin Islands. On a personal note, I always told Orville that working with him felt to me like working for another doctorate degree. It was that challenging, that exhilarating, and yes, that much of a learning experience. Orville, the naming of the St. Thomas campus in your honor is a well-deserved one. It was an honor for me to work with you in helping to fulfill your great vision of the university as a transforming agent for the region and for the US Virgin Islands in particular. A job well done, Orville. A legacy to be admired, President Ken. Congratulations.
My name is Malcolm Kerwin. I had the privilege of serving as Dr. Ken's VP for Administration and Finance during his tenure as president of the University of the Virgin Islands from 1990 to 2002. It is an extraordinary honor for me to offer some personal reflections on my service with Dr. Ken on the occasions of this Charter Day celebration, recognizing the naming of the St. Thomas campus of the university in his honor. I've been fortunate in my life to have worked with 4 presidents of the university who made a lasting impression on my life and career. But I have a special admiration for Dr. Ken, who rose early in my esteem as a man that trusted his own judgment. When at the start of his presidency, the suggestion was made to him that I had served too long in my position as vice president, he rebuffed the idea. Instead, he challenged and inspired me to see my role not simply as a vice president, but as a senior member of his team, contributing to the realization of a vision he had for the institution. He wanted me to see myself joining his team to help leave a legacy that would position the university not just as a center of learning, but as a center for research and as a resource for public service. And that was not all. What impressed me most about Dr. Ken was how he saw opportunities and challenges. He saw the reconstruction of the university after Hurricane Hugo and Marilyn as an opportunity to rebuild stronger and smarter. He saw in the financial challenges faced by the university and the VA government in the 1990s as an opportunity to ask me to chair a revenue generation task force with a mandate to come back to him with something new and innovative. When I made the recommendation to him that we had in the Virgin Islands the infrastructure that could support the development of a research and technology park that could become an engine for economic development in the territory, his response to me was, "You did say a research and technology park, Malcolm." He paused, but his reflection was short-lived. Looking across at me, he asked, "Malcolm, is this an initiative you're prepared to lead and make happen?" And this is how the seed was planted for Dr. Ken to preside over the development of the UVI Research and Technology Park, which now stands as one of the most significant accomplishments of his presidency. Dr. Ken, please accept my personal congratulations for this well-deserved honor and my gratitude for so overwhelmingly taking me into your confidence and trust. Thank you for the inspiration you gave me to play a small part in forging the legacy your accomplishments have left for the benefit of the people of the Virgin Islands. Dr. Ken, may God continue to bless you and your family.
Good day, Virgin Islanders, and good day to my UVI family. You know, being an alumni of the university is something that I really carry around with pride. I think about the 59 years of progress in the Virgin Islands, moving from a college to now a university that's even contemplating a medical school. It is truly amazing the leaps that we have made as a community to make the university what it is today. We're not over. We're going to continue to invest in free education and the kind of things that really bring Virgin Islanders into a new level of prosperity. We're looking to bring our graduation percentage up from 17% of Virgin Islanders that have a degree to 29% of Virgin Islanders that have a degree. It won't happen overnight, but we can do it. I'm especially pleased this year to say congratulations to my good friend, Dr. Orville Ken, as he is being honored at this Charter Day ceremony. I want to say the contributions that he has made, not just as a university president, but a pillar of our community for young Black men and women here and everywhere and every day in the Caribbean. As we move forward, we want to see the university become not only part of our community, but a central part of the Caribbean community. So we say hats off and congratulations on the 59th Charter Day. Looking forward to so much more. Have a great day.
Hi Dan, greetings from St. Croix. I really wish I was in St. Thomas to enjoy this joyful occasion as the University of the Virgin Islands honors you by naming the St. Thomas campus or East Kent campus. Thank you, Dad, for being my best friend, someone that I can talk to in terms of adversity, but most of all, thank you for being the best dad a son could ask for. You've always set high standards for yourself and expectations for yourself, and as my mentor, I strive to do the same because of you. Thank you for being such a loving, caring, generous grandfather to my children, Gabby and Christian. Gabby and Christian both send their love. Dad, as long as I have known you, you have devoted your professional life for the betterment and advancement of the University of the Virgin Islands. I have witnessed firsthand the trials and tribulations you've encountered as you've navigated the university through various obstacles and challenges the university has faced throughout the years, and the toll the stress of the job can take on you. But through it all, your tireless efforts resulted in an improved infrastructure and curriculum on both the St. Thomas and St. Croix campus. The University of the Virgin Islands is better off because of your efforts. Dad, again, congratulations on this well-deserved honor. I love you, and we're so proud of you. Miss you.
On behalf of myself, my wife Julie, my daughter Dr. Catherine Ken, my son Michael, I wish to thank Governor Albert Bryan, the 33rd Legislature, particularly Senator Myron Jackson, the Board of Trustees of UVI, particularly the Chairman of the Board, Attorney Henry Smock, President David Hall, and all those who participated in the decision to name the St. Thomas campus of the University of the Virgin Islands the Orville Edward Kent campus. It's a great honor that no one in my family expected. I believe that the university has surpassed the expectations of the people who created it. It has created more knowledge and more skills than they anticipated. In particular, 3 programs I can think of that have made a difference: the nursing program, the education program, and the music program. The nursing program has created lots of nurses we had to get from elsewhere before. The education program qualified many of our teachers who did not have a college education to achieve that status. And the music program created lots of musicians because we were able to place a number of our graduates in the public schools. And so, working at the University of the Virgin Islands and helping to create this difference has been the best thing in my life, other than perhaps, in fact, other than for certain, my marriage to my wife, Julie, and the children I have. The university has given me more satisfaction than I could have imagined. I've had an excellent run. There's nothing else I could think of that would have been as satisfying to me. When I received my PhD from the University of Pennsylvania, I was asked to do a postdoctorate at Harvard and even offered a faculty position at the University of Pennsylvania. But I said no, because after graduating from the Charter Marley High School class of '55, I decided that I would spend my professional career here in the Virgin Islands trying to help the Virgin Islands catch up with the developments that were taking place in the mainland United States and the other so-called developed countries. Since then, I've had the support of a tremendous number of people that have enabled me to make the contributions that I have made. Most notably, my wife, Julie. I referred to Julie in my inaugural address as president in 1991, Charter Day, as awesome. And a number of people in the community, when they see her, still refer to her as Awesome Julie. My daughter and my son have also been great contributors to my success. And we have a very close and loving family, and we support each other in everything that we do. I have a number of other people who have contributed to my success. The members of the Ken family, my father's side of the family, and the Joseph family, my mother's side of the family, also made significant contributions to my success as an educator. On my father's side, the Ken side, 3 of my aunts, a Dinah, home economics teacher, Eudora, a mathematics teacher, and Alan, who introduced art to the public schools in St. Thomas, were legends in public school education. In particular, my Aunt Eudora taught me algebra and trigonometry and did such a good job that I set all the curves at Lincoln University in mathematics and at the University of Pennsylvania, where I got my PhD, as a matter of fact. Additionally, I have a number of friends who have been of great support to me. Classmates, Dr. Gilbert Sproul, a classmate from the Dover Elementary School in Savannah, and Dr. Marilyn Krieger, another member of the class of '55. Dr. Sproul, Dr. Krieger, and I were the first public school graduates to work at the University of the Virgin Islands with PhDs. Additionally, Professor Roy Watlington, now retired, Dr. Raxter, President Emeritus of the university, Mrs. Marie Traynor, who was my office manager, and Dr. Eutha Williams, who was my special assistant, also deserve to be mentioned as being supportive. As far as the construction of buildings that took place at the university while I served as president, most notably the Sports and Fitness Center, the one dorm that's close to the golf course, as well as the Music Center, Mr. Malcolm Corwin, who served as the Vice President for Business and Financial Affairs, was essential in the success of those programs. So I have a lot of people to thank. I have many more to thank, but the time is too short. I want to close by saying that this honor is a tremendous honor, a very large honor, one that my family and I did not expect, and I'm still trying to wrap my arms around it.
I know you have enjoyed this Charter Day celebration. We are so thankful that you took the time to participate in this very important university ritual. And this one has been more special than any other because of the honor for former President Orville Ken and the naming of the St. Thomas campus after him. Events of this sort, though, do not come together easily. I want to thank all of the numerous speakers that you have heard from for them taking the time to share their remarks with us today. In this COVID era, it is often difficult and challenging to pre-record remarks and get them in on time, and everyone did that, and we are so thankful. Internally, though, there are numerous individuals who I want to thank. In the President's office, Ms. Una Dyer, our Director of Presidential Operations, who is our Charter Day chair and works very tirelessly to bring about these types of events. In the Office of Institutional Advancement, I want to thank our Vice President, Michelle Neves, and his entire staff for their leadership and work in the planning of the special Charter Day. And within institutional advancement, I want to give a special word of thanks to Denise Humphrey and all of the members of the RICO staff who continue to provide us with the technology support, the wisdom and insight that we need for events such as these. I also want to thank our media company that helped pull all of this together, MDM Incorporated, for their professionalism and tireless work in making this a wonderful day. The entire UVI community comes together often to celebrate and make happen special moments. They did so this time, and my heart goes out to each person who played a role in making this Charter Day very special. So in 2021, as we chart new directions for the people of the Virgin Islands, I wish you many blessings and love from the University of the Virgin Islands. Thank you.